Hey guys, how's it going? I appreciate you stopping in today to spend a few minutes with me where we like to talk about success, motivation, just overall life wellness. Finding those health, wealth, love, and happiness pillars that are the key to everybody's success. Today I want to spend a few minutes to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, sales. Now, I know what you might be thinking. JD,
I'm not a salesperson.
most people don't think that they are a salesperson, but at the end of this video, hopefully will have convinced you that no matter what you think, you do spend part of your day, every single day, selling. I thought of a handful of reasons that are probably the main reason that you dislike sales, and I'll start by just sharing those with you. Most people wake up every single day and they don't think that they're selling, but when you convince yourself to get out of bed and start your day, you just made your first sale of the day. You probably dislike sales for many different reasons, some of which you've had a bad experience before from a salesperson who you were engaging with, whether they were trying to sell you a car, help you upgrade your electronics. One way or the other, you have been in contact with a salesperson, and because there are so many of them out there that just aren't quality and aren't professional, chances are likely you've had a bad experience with one of them, so that could lead you to have a distaste towards sales. You may have heard some big names from white-collar criminals throughout your life that have made you dislike sales. People like Bernie Madoff or Jordan Belfort, who served his time and learned a lesson, but he was at one point a very, very powerful manipulator and using his sales ability to cause a lot of harm and be a criminal. So that could also be part of the reason you have distaste, is that there are so many salespeople who have amounted massive levels of success by being on the wrong end of the law and using their very, very powerful skill in a manner other than what is ethical. Speaking of ethics, when you hear the word sales, you might have a twinge that just hits you right in the spine and you start thinking all of a sudden of a slimy used car salesman or some other type of person that has used their persuasive abilities to manipulate you into making bad decisions. The reality is there are a lot of unethical people out there, and sometimes they do get into the sales industry because it's an easy line of work to get into, and a lot of times if you have tougher experiences in life, you've had to learn how to persuade just to live, to be given a second chance. So every once in a while, you have an unethical person who has soured your experience with salespeople altogether. So the last and probably most significant reason that you don't like sales is you are just simply afraid to ask somebody for money. You're afraid to ask somebody for business, when in reality, if you represent a strong product that you truly believe in and you are an ethical person, I will hopefully convince you by the end of this video that being a salesperson is a good thing. And if you are representing a product you truly believe in and you truly believe that your product will solve your person's problem, there's nothing unethical about persuading them and being persistent and asking again and again and again and being confident that it is the right thing for them. And at the end of the day, you'll feel really great about helping that person make a decision and get the best thing in their life, which is the product you would be representing. So, and just because you're selling doesn't necessarily mean you're selling a product. You could be talking to a manager about an idea that you have. You could be talking to your boss about getting a raise. You could be asking your husband or wife about where you want to go to dinner. And just by developing the ability to persuade a little bit, you will get your way in life a whole lot more. Alright, so now that we've covered the main reasons that you probably don't like sales, I want to share with you why I think it's very, very important that you change your mind on this aspect. Why sales is important and why you should take it seriously and try to learn a little bit more about being more persuasive in your life. The first reason that I think you should take persuasion and sales very seriously, it is the most important thing in the economy today. If there aren't salesmen, there are nothing. If you want to go buy a product, you have to engage a salesperson, whether they know they're a salesperson or not. You might think, oh, well, hey, I'm just a cashier at whatever type of store. Well, you're actually, if that customer needs help, you're the person that they look to get answers and be persuaded to make the decision to buy the $5, $50, $150, whatever the item that you're sold at your store. You are ultimately responsible, and the owner of the business trusts you to close the sale. There are a ton of very ethical very persuasive and very successful salespeople who have made the world a significantly better place. First ones that come to my mind would be Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He made an incredible speech and persuaded an entire nation to rethink the way that they judged people based on the color of their skin or their backgrounds. Bill Gates, he rolled out a technology to the world and sold it to every business that exists today, and as a result became very, very wealthy and donated a ton of money to charity. He was a great salesperson. I'm thinking about Mother Teresa, who, even though she was not big on having a ton of money herself, she was able to raise a tremendous amount of money to put behind what she truly believed in, which was helping people better their lives. Without people like them, the world would be a much, much darker place. And because they were able to persuade and sell people, they were able to make a difference in the world. If you aren't perfectly happy with your current job, if you want to get a raise, you want to get a promotion, you want to pitch a new idea that is going to help you be more successful in your job, all of those skills fall back on your ability to persuade and sell the person who you are talking to about your idea. If you can successfully sell them, you'll be able to get your way. If you're not happy with your job and you feel like you want to change industries, a job interview is essentially your time to sell yourself. When you're meeting your new manager and you want to sell them why you're the best person for the job, why they should pay you that salary, why you will answer and solve their problems. That is what selling is. Well, hey, and on the other side of sales is negotiating. If you want a great price on a car, you want a great price on electronics, you want to have lower rent, you want a great value on your home, you want to just overall save money on a lot of things, you would be surprised how many things I personally have been able to negotiate on that most people don't think are negotiable. Being able to negotiate and close on your potential ideas is what the ability to sell can deliver for you. Well, hey, I really appreciate you spending a few minutes with me today. I hope it was informative. I put some information in the description box below about some of the people who can help you get to the next step in your sales ability. If you did like the channel, please subscribe. See you next time.